Welcome to the Los Positas College Distance Education course in Sports Psychology, transferable to the California State University system. My name is Paul Sapsford, faculty here at Los Positas College in Livermore, California. I'm looking forward to working with you this semester, and please don't hesitate to contact me with any questions you may have. Module 1 is an introduction to sports psychology, and will also cover personality as it applies to sports psychology in this module. Firstly, I'd like to provide a brief historical context of sports psychology. You probably know that Pierre de Coubertin was the founder of the International Olympic Committee. But did you also know he was a pioneer in sports psychology? He authored the first published sports psychology article in 1900 titled La Psychologie du Sport. This is the first published use of the term sports psychology. At a similar period, Norman Triplett of Indiana University performed an experiment that is often considered the first in sports psychology. Triplett was a keen cyclist, and he had a hunch that people pedaled quicker in a race with others compared to alone. Today we call this social facilitation, and you can click the link in Module 1 which illustrates the experiment he conducted to test his hypothesis. In the 1920s, Coleman Griffith conducted sports psychology research at the University of Illinois. He established a university course and published 2 textbooks, Psychology of Coaching in 1926 and Psychology and Athletics in 1928. 10 years later, in 1938, he was contacted by William Wrigley, the then owner of the Chicago Cubs, to provide advice on performance. However, Griffith ran into resistance from the team's 2 managers in 1938, Charlie Grimm and Gabby Hartnett. This begs the question, why might a coach or manager have a problem with a sports psychologist working with their team? To this day, some coaches believe that the psychology of the team or of the athlete is their domain and their responsibility. They might feel threatened by a sports psychologist interfering with their message. Although this perception is often misguided, it illustrates one of the hurdles faced by sports psychologists working with teams. The 1940s and 50s were a quiet time for sports psychologists, but by the 1960s and 70s, it was noticeable that East German and Soviet teams were routinely employing sports psychologists at Olympic events. In the US, Bruce Ogilvie and Thomas Tutko were investigating how personality influenced sport performance at San Jose State University. They developed the Athletic Motivation Inventory and argued that this questionnaire could determine an athlete's level of motivation. This created a debate. Can teams or athlete selections be made based on the results of a questionnaire? What do you think about that? It's a question I'll address further in the video of personality later in Module 1. The next step is to answer a few questions based on this video.